trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man of his crowd. But then his number came up and he was gone with the drought. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Boogie woogie, boogie woogie. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. We really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, toot, a tootie on a tootie blows an egg to the bar. And boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he's as busy as a buzzy bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump and aim to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He blows an aim to the bar. He can't play a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. He makes the company jump, playing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Yeah, Company B. Hear him play, play for Company B. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Oh, how does he put the boys to sleep, the boogie every night, and wakes them up the same way in the early bride. They clap their hands and stand there because they know how he plays. When someone gets him up, he really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a tootie on a tootie blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Company B. Yeah, Company B. Yeah, Company B.
I love that song. That makes me want to sing and dance. All right, so we're going to invite the theater students to come out and join us. And let me see, I have a few other notes that I wanted to share. First, thank you so much to Cindy Taylor. She has been playing for us for many, many years now, and we are so grateful for her. And I was telling them last night, that Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy is a beast for the piano part, and they know because I struggled with it in our rehearsals. But anyway, we're going to move on now. We're going to I saw this movie, and if you haven't seen it, I'm so mad at you. The Mary Poppins Returns, was it Returns or Returns? I just loved it for everything about it. I thought it was the best thing I've seen in a long time. So please, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on Disney Plus. I'm sure there are other ways you can find it. But this is from The Mary Poppins Returns, and Tristin Thompson did the choreography for this for us. And so I love it when we have gifted students that can do stuff for us. We've got some here. Jaden Lincoln did some choreography for us in the past. And we are so excited that we get to sometimes highlight our students' gifts and talents. And Tristin is one of those tonight that's done choreography for us, and then later on we're going to do a play that was written by a student. But Triple Little Light Fantastic, I think it has fabulous words. Again, I highly encourage you to watch the movie, especially if you're in a bad mood. It'll make you feel better, I promise. So I'm going to share with you now Triple Little Light Fantastic. Good job, guys. Great. And now we're going to continue on, and what we are going to do next is feature some of our literary champions. There are 12 events in the literary competition, and we won first place in 8 of those, which is a record for, yeah. It's a record. Can you see me? Oh, okay. So we just had a wonderful, wonderful day at Literary, and so we're going to feature a couple of our champion literary winners. But before we do that, y'all give me a second to give our PG warning. I wanted to go ahead and give you a heads up that the play that we're going to do, it is rather dark. It's in the vein of, tell me again, X-Men and Avengers. Oh, yes. Also, and there are flashing lights. We wanted to be sure to remember and mention that there are some flashing lights. If you have sensitivity to that, we want you to be aware of that. But I do believe that the mood and tone of the play could possibly be scary for some children, maybe not all, but it has dark and ominous music and lighting and some characters that are a little bit, well, a lot dark and scary and hooded, very scary. And so if you just think about all of the great stories that are good against evil, the evil is pretty bad, and then sometimes they have minions or helpers, and that's the case in this one. So if you have small children and you want to get them out before that happens, we understand. But you don't want them to miss what's coming next. We have Ashley and Willie. They're going to present their duo-winning interpretation, and it is Charlotte's Web.
Salutations.
Papa, you can't just kill him. You just can't.
Bird, I know more about raising litter pigs than you do. A weakling like this just makes trouble. Now run along.
But it's unfair. The pig couldn't help being born small, could it? This is the most terrible case of injustice I've ever heard of. Papa?
Give me the pig. What pig?
Papa.
All right. I'll let you take care of it for a little while. You can start him off on a bottle, like a baby.
Thank you, Papa. In this small town, we see the friendship between a very wise and clever spider.
And a wonderful, delicious, scrumptious piece of pork pig. I meant pig.
Their friendship seemed to overcome any obstacles that came their way.
But they soon discovered that they can't defy the laws of nature, even death.
After all,
What's the life anyways? We're born, we live a little,
and we die. Charlotte's Web.
By E.B. White.
My very own pig. Now I just have to name you. A perfect name for a perfect pig. Wilbur. What a beautiful name.
Fern loved Wilbur more than anything. Every morning, as soon as she got up, she tied his bib and warmed his bottle for him.
He was very content and happy living with Fern and the arable family.
I love it here.
Before long, Wilbur was 5 weeks old, and he was big
Now let him call me a runt.
and strong
Anyone up for arm wrestling?
and healthy.
She got the pink in his cheeks.
And he was ready to be sold.
For a pretty fair price, I'm willing to. Sold? Oh, no.
Papa, you can't sell him. You just can't.
He's eating too much. I can't provide for him any longer. All right. Your Uncle Homer sometimes raises pigs. And if whoever goes there to live, you can visit him anytime you like.
Thank you, Papa.
Come along, we'll call him home.
You're gonna love it here, Wilbur. And I can come down and visit you almost every single day. But I have to go now. I'll see you tomorrow.
I know I'm gonna miss living with the Arables, but this place doesn't seem too bad. Has a peaceful smell as though nothing bad could ever happen again. Fern was right. It is very nice here.
Oh, yes. They'll treat you very well. And then suddenly one day you'll wake up and, well, it's all over.
Hello. Who are you?
The Goose.
Oh, hi, Goose.
Do you have a name besides Pig?
Yes, they call me Wilbur.
Ugh.
Wilbur? That's a pretty tacky name, if you ask me.
And who are you?
Templeton, the rat, in person. And I have trash pals to raise, so sleep well, Wilbur.
Thank you. I will. The animals seem nice, I think, but I'm not so sure about Templeton. I just want love. I want a friend. Someone who will play with me.
You want a friend, Wilbur? I'll be a friend to you. I watched you all night, and I like you.
Who are you and where are you? Please tell me where you are if you are my friend.
Salutations.
salutations to you too. What is your name, please?
My name is Charlotte. Charlotte A. Kapatica. I'm a spider.
Well, I think you're beautiful.
Thank you. Excuse me a moment.
You eat flies?
And bugs. Actually, I drink their blood.
What?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have my breakfast.
Well, I've got a new friend, all right. But Charlotte is brutal and bloodthirsty. How can I learn to like her even though she is pretty and very clever, it seems? Wilbur was suffering the doubts and fears that ought to go with finding a new friend. But as the days passed by, he soon discovered that Charlotte had a kind heart and that she was loyal and true,
Wilbur,
unlike some people.
I don't like to tell you this, but they're fattening you up because they're going to kill you.
They're going to what?
Kill you. Turn you into smoked bacon, ham.
But I don't want to die. I want to stay with all my friends. I want to breathe the beautiful air and lie in a beautiful sun.
You're certainly making a beautiful noise. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go lie outside where it's quieter.
But I don't want to die.
Wilbur, quiet down. You shall not die.
What? Then who's going to save me?
I am.
Yay! But how?
Well, I really don't know, but I want you in bed without delay.
Okay. Good night, Charlotte.
Good night, Wilbur.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Good night. What to do, what to do? I promised to save his life, but how? That's it! This will not be easy, but it must be done.
Some pig. Not bad, old girl. Not bad.
As the weeks went by, the news about the wars in Charlottesville began to spread clear throughout the county.
And I'll let you in on a little secret. If all this excitement continues, he might even think about taking Wilbur to the county fair.
Did you hear that? The county fair. That means I'll get to live for at least another month.
And maybe longer if you win that blue ribbon.
Will you come with me to the fair, Charlotte? Please?
I'm suddenly very tired. I'll have to lay my eggs soon.
I do want them to hatch right here in the barn, where it's warm and safe. But I'll take the chance anyway. I will go with Wilbur to the county fair. People will be expecting to see a word on the web. He just has to win that blue ribbon.
Hi there.
May I have your name, please?
No name, just call me Uncle.
Very well, Uncle. You're rather large. Are you a spring pig?
Sure, I'm a spring pig. What did you think? I was a spring chicken? That was a good one, eh, sister?
Mildly funny. What are you doing over here?
Well, I thought I'd wander around and look at the competition. But from what I've seen so far, I've got the little bit all soda. But I won't need to go about. Well, I better be getting back. I've got to get spiffy for the cause coming to admire me. So long, sister. Hi, Charlotte. Did I hear you talking to someone?
Just a pig that's staying next door.
Is he better than me? I mean, bigger?
I'm afraid he's much bigger.
No.
He's going to be tough to beat.
But with my help, it can be done.
By now, the fair was quiet, and the people were gone. Now was a good time for Charlotte to work. Though she was very tired, she worked quickly, for she had yet another job to do. And before long, she had finished writing in the web.
The message is fun. I've come to an end. The job that I've done was all for my friend.
Now, on behalf of the governors of the fair, I'd like to present this bronze medal, which far shines any blue ribbon to this radiant, to this terrific, and to this humble. Charlotte, Charlotte, did you hear? Isn't it wonderful? Charlotte, are you all right?
Yes, a little tired perhaps, but I feel peaceful now knowing that you shall live safe and secure.
why did you do all of this for me? I've never done anything for you.
You've been a friend, Wilbur. After all, what's a life anyways? We're born, we live a little, and we die.
I would gladly give my life for you, Charlotte.
I know you would.
Well, we're going home today. Won't it be great to be back at the barn again?
Wilbur, I'm not going back to the barn.
You're not going back? What are you talking about, Charlotte?
I'm done for, Wilbur. I'm so tired.
Charlotte? Charlotte! Goodbye, Charlotte. Goodbye. I will love our children and grandchildren dearly. But none of them will ever take your place in my heart. It is not often that someone comes along who's a true friend and a good writer. Charlotte, it's both.
Salutations.
Salutations.
Thank you, guys. And now we're going to have another treat. Our girls soloist, region champion, Molly Chansey, is going to come out and share her talent with us.
to come and find it. When it comes, they don't know how to go. Mama who bore me, Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so bad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven.
What's the matter, madam? Are you afraid? How can that be? Is it not paradoxical, to say the least? You, the luminous beacon of the prevalence of justice and equality, now rendered to nothing more than a deer, vainly scrambling away from the hunter that stalks it. We live in a merciless world, madam. Chaos is the new law. Fear is the new order. Only the strong are destined to rise amidst the chaos, given dominion over those who are weak. Submit to the fear and you have sealed your fate. So I ask again, are you afraid?
Yes.
I assumed as much. We live in a world without wind. The capes worn by our supposed saviors remain stagnant.
No!
It shall be your downfall. I shall smite the gods and monsters of this earth and cast them into the blazing abyss.
Heed our warning, men of this realm, for we shall only speak once. There lies a town under constant whelm, from a never-ending witch hunt. In Santa Barbara we do lay our scene, where the only law is fear. A hatred between two factions gleam, and the end of the feud nears. Divided they stand, and united they fall. Impossible it is to reach peace. One side cynical, the other appalled, in a battle that will never cease. We now step back to present this dismal tale, but forget not the truth behind the vibrant veil. Hey, what are you doing here? Units aren't allowed here. Oh, please, stop us!
All right! That's enough! This is an active crime scene, so all unauthorized personnel vacate the premises immediately! All right, kid. First day on the job. You nervous?
Not in the slightest.
That'll change. What's your name?
Behemoth.
No, not your code name. Your actual name.
Oh, Rose, Darwin.
Nice to meet you, kid. The name's Amanda J. Walker. Code name, Clockwork. See that dead body over there? That's my former partner, Nancy Benz, a.k.a. Wormhole. Killed in the line of duty.
Sorry to hear. I'm sure she was a fine enforcer. The death on the job was bound to happen. We knew what we were getting into when we signed up for this. We're the only buffer between tranquility and chaos, peace and fear. We don't seek justice. That's what cops did. We seek vengeance.
Yeah. She was one of the best. No capes. It's the first thing they teach you at the academy.
She was a clean kill. Whoever did this must have been a professional.
What's that? Right there.
And that'll be the killer's call sign. This won't be his last victim.
Get the ME over here to bag and tag.
Hey, Emily. Did you handle the body?
Yeah, I'll handle it. Listen, Doctor.
Don't do this, Emily. Not now. Not here. We can talk about this at home.
I've been worried about you, Darwin. You've been acting differently lately, and I don't like that look you have in your eyes.
I'm fine, all right? I've been fine. Now, can we please just drop it?
I want you to know that I'm always here for you. I can't stand to see you like this.
Emily, drop it. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine. Just go handle the body.
What's wrong with you?
Can't get used to seeing dead bodies. I can't help but think that I could have done something to save them.
You picked the wrong major, Doc. All right, kid. Let's get a move on. I've got a feeling this is just the start of something big.
Playing with fire, Amelia, your faith wavers. I can sense it. I do hope you recant your doubts lest you be the subject of my suspicion.
Oversee all accounts of wickedness and injustice in this feeble society of lawlessness. I am the jury who shall rule upon the fates of those brought forth to me. I am the executioner who shall purge the condemned in order to cleanse the earth of its sin. I am God's scourge and the devil's nightmare. I am the arbiter.
Hail the arbiter! Please don't hurt me. I'll do whatever you want. Just let me go.
I'm afraid bargaining shall prove futile, for your fate is already sealed. Your people are victims no longer, madam. They choose to dwell amongst the shadows, blinded to the radiant truth. Come forth, mutants. Open your eyes and see that we now wither in your presence. No more. My brethren, rise with me, and together we shall restore balance and purge this earth of all its wicked.
Talk, tick, tock, tick, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock.
All right, kid. Word on the street is these two know a thing or two about what we're dealing with here. Hopefully they can give us some information on our guy.
Think we could get a statement from him?
Maybe, if we play our cards right.
What's the plan?
Follow my lead. The name's Clockwork. This here's my partner, Behemoth. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Is this a joke? You've got to be kidding me. Isn't there a burning building one of you needs to run into?
We're investigating the murder of my former partner, Nancy Benz. Word on the street is you two might know a thing or two about our guy. Care to tell us?
We don't have to tell you anything. See, I know my rights. The Constitution clearly
Rights?
states...
You have rights? No, punk. We live in a lawless society. No government to tell us what's right and what's wrong. What you have is privilege. Just because you're human, you can think you can treat us mutants however you please. Go ahead. Do your worst.
With pleasure.
Learned your lesson yet? Try asking us another question, mutant.
All right, listen here, pal. We've had enough of your games. Tell us what we want to know, now!
Okay. It was the Arbiter.
Who? Answer me!
The Arbiter. He's this psychopath who leads an anti-preternatural cult. The Jacobins. They're called the Jacobins. No one knows the Arbiter's real name. That's all I know, I swear. If you want more information, go see Albus Malcolm.
Amanda, I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's all right, kid. You did what you had to do. I didn't see anything.
She couldn't stand to see them treat you like that.
That's how those human punks are. Their strength is in our weakness. They feed off of our fears. It's sickening. I'll give them something to be afraid of.
Everyone's afraid of something. We all have that one fear that resides in us. Dictates our every deed, justifies our every sin. It incubates within us with every passing moment. But to judge someone if they refuse to deny one's own, fear doesn't make a man. Man makes fear.
Trust me, kid. When you've been on the job as long as I have, you'll see some things that'll make you sing such a different tune. You'll think you were tone deaf before. Now come on, let's go find this Albus guy.
The stage is inhabited by mortals and gods. One defiant, the other cruel. A single marking puts the people at odds. A special trick will hate unschool. Lies and truths are one in this world, just as are tears and blood. The sails of slander become unfurled, to glide over the honest flood. Gods and mortals shall never agree. They use their words like swords. They stage a revolt with every decree, to cut down the opposing horde. We to you now divert your gaze, to the two perjurers atop their days.
You have all been raised to believe that we're monsters, we're beasts, we're freaks. Do not heed this blasphemy. Just because we are dissimilar does not mean that we are hideous and should be cast out. We have striven our whole lives for equality, and now it's within our grasp. Grab my hand, my brothers and sisters. Grab my hand and let us reach for our destiny. Yes.
The mutants have been led to believe we spit a fallacious pestilence. They are adamant in their dogma, relentlessly affirming that we loom over them with a fist of iron. Do not be deceived, brethren. They look upon you with a vehement rage. They abhor you more than any foul creature that scours the earth. What prevents them now from whetting their blades on our flesh?
Nothing.
What prevents them from making their arrows drunk with our blood?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Humans will lie still, persuading us that we brought this life of inequity upon ourselves. Such slander is execrable. What have we done to warrant such treatment?
Nothing.
How is it that our survival is merely retribution? We have all fallen victim to the defamatory and contumacious man. He sits upon his throne, equipped with a silver tongue and a fiendish grin. If we do not overthrow him now, we shall all become martyrs.
They, a foolish lot, miserably delude themselves with such a notion of palatial trespasses. Froward and unable worms they are. The hands of the clock move onward. They rest not on a single number. Their claims hold no merit any longer. They've been rendered to mere obliques. We have evolved past such daft behavior, yet they linger in such a state. It is they who dangle us over the blazing abyss. What keeps them from casting us down?
Nothing.
Only the lethargy of our accusers.
Do not remain inert any longer. We won't. Now is the time. We take our stand and we speak our hearts. Yes. Tonight, we cast the die. For we have nothing left to fear but inaction. What keeps us tied to our graves? Only our consent to enmity. Won't you join me in the fight for justice and equality? We shall arise from our ancestors' ashes, like a blazing phoenix, ready to pierce the sky and soar high above the impediments set up against us.
He who walks upon a slippery surface shall surely fall. They test now the ground they stand upon. It shall be made perilous with their blood. They claim they are not afraid of us. Do not believe them. Fear surges in their eyes. It swells within them. Let it be justified. Brethren, now is the time to remain steadfast and heed your faith. They shall rise above like eagles, only to have their wings burned off in the face of the sun. Only one shall pass through the sowed field. Let us be the reapers.
Yes. Hallelujah to S. Hallelujah to S. Hallelujah to S. Hallelujah to S.
Please rest. Show me your business. My husband.
went this way.
Okay, Darwin. Calm down. I'm the commander. Let me just use my instincts.
All right, Commander. Your instincts tell us. This the place?
It better be. Just got word of a missing person. Name is Celeste Callan. Whoever this arbiter punk is, he's making a quick work of us.
Hang on. Let me take charge here.
Suit yourself, kid. Darwin. What are you doing? Darwin.
Come on. 5 minutes early.
Albus Falcon, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You can't be here. Not now. They'll be coming any second. They're coming for me, and you can't be here when they arrive.
What? Who's coming? And why are they after you?
Do forgive me, Mr. Rhodes and Miss Daywalker. I wasn't expecting you for another 5 minutes. All will be explained in due time.
Great. Another dead end. Come on, Darwin, let's go.
Hang on. How did you know our name?
Oh, right. We're only just now meeting. Mr. Rhodes and Miss Daywalker, my name is Albus Falcon, and I'm like you.
You're a preternatural.
Right down to the mark.
Well, he has super strength. I can control time. What can you do?
Precognition. It's a blessing and a burden.
Wow. Not every day do you meet a soothsayer.
So you can see into the future.
Yes, but only through a number of possibilities. I can be too starter what will actually happen.
Can you tell us about the Jacobins?
Suppose I must. They are the ones coming here.
Wait, they're coming here?
Yes, you see. I'm a mover.
This was a setup. I knew we shouldn't have trusted
Hang
them.
on!
But that was before I discovered my powers. They came in about a year ago. I guess you could say I'm a late bloomer.
Darwin,
Calm down. We trust you.
The way I see it, you can trust anyone.
What can you tell us about the Jacobins?
You're torching out windows, Mr. Rhodes.
Tell.
They're a savage lot. Almost cult-like. If I had known the things they believe concerning preternaturals, I would have never joined. But once I was in, I can never get out. They see themselves as just in their actions. Nothing they have yet done or will do can be seen as if it be sin. They merely want to show us that we are no longer oppressed, that we are their equals. That we are the true problem. Don't practically believe anything they hear Wendigo say.
Who?
Dr. Ron Wendigo, their leader. You might know him by his other name.
the arbiter.
That's him.
Can you tell me more about it?
I would advise against that.
I won't ask twice.
About being what it is. He sees himself as a benevolent messiah, coming to balance our society and establish peace amongst our hating factions. Only he has a penchant for slicing throats.
Where can we find him?
Now I must refuse to answer that one.
Out with it!
I tell the kid what he wants to know. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
If it's butterflies you're chasing, you can find them at City Hall.
Out the snake's head, the beast shall die.
Darwin,
Cut off the Hydra's head, and 2 more shall take its place.
Albus, who are these two? Why do you congregate with mutants?
A word of advice, my friends. Never let your hands down. Fear doesn't make a man. Man makes fear. Remember that.
Ronan, show yourself. We know you're here. No games, no tricks, no lies.
Give it up, Arbiter. You've lost. You can escape justice, but you can't evade vengeance.
Greetings, detectives. I've been expecting you.
You slimy devil. You'll pay for what you did.
Indeed I shall, for I am to bathe in the plaudits of the strong and the disparagement of the weak.
You'll bathe in your own intestines before that ever happens.
If it indeed takes my death to execute my magnum opus, so be it. I welcome the blade to my stomach. The bullet shall be made at home in my chest.
Death would be mercy. You're a sick and twisted savage. I hope God plunges you to the ninth circle.
Do you not get it, detective? I am the Earth's chosen guardian, the predestined mediator selected to instill peace and tranquility and shine a light upon all sins hidden within the hearts of the wicked. I am merely carrying out my duties. You mutants have become accustomed to the dark, blinded by your own ignorance.
That's not true.
Rebellion lurks amongst you. Revolution is bred in your households. What do you rebel against? What is it you wish to revolt against? Equality? Do you wish to be regarded as superior? Do you pray to hold dominion over humanity? Hypocrites! You betray the very ideals you believe you are attempting to overthrow. You nurture the fantastic. Can't you see it? Open your eyes, detective!
Enough! Amanda? Amanda!
What's the matter, detective? Are you afraid? What is it that frightens you? Death? Failure? Me? No. I don't believe you fear any of that. You're afraid because you've just killed a man, and you liked it. Your moral compass has now been effectively shattered. Now, you stray from the path. You are no longer in control of your own destiny.
Stop it.
I am.
No.
We are to be one and the same. I was once like you, and you are soon to be
That's
me.
not true.
It starts with the bloodlust, and then the fear slowly consumes you, eating away at every single fiber of your being. Your new enemy is the clock. For every time it ticks, you lose more of your former essence. And when it strikes midnight, you will be gone, and only fear shall remain. Don't resist it, detective. You have already lost.
Darwin! No, Darwin, no!
You two okay? That was quite a show you just put on there.
I'm fine.
How about you, kid? You all right? Darwin? Come on, let's go.
Fear is a common condition all share. No one exempt from its grasp. It ignites within us a hell's slot. Mortals and gods use fear as their arms, a way that they assert their will. It rings like an incessant screeching of alarms, a time bomb now primed to kill. As the conflict escalates past returns, the ticking will in you be forever burned. Ollie up to S! Ollie up to S! Ollie up to S! Ollie up to S!
Madam, a pleasure as always.
What do you want, Wendigo?
Only a word before this conflict between us escalates any further. I admire your work here. It's amusing, almost charming.
Call off your henchmen and leave me at once. I no longer have patience for your antics.
Can you not trust me, madam? I am only here to converse, and I would love for your puppets to listen as well.
You disgust me, Roman. You wish to keep us chained down like animals? We shall break free and wrap that very chain around your neck.
A bold statement. Yet your people are not chained. They are able to roam free alongside us. They choose to linger near the cage, even though the door stands agape. Now, you wish to send down the walls that surround you? Foolish flies, you'll be crushed under the weight of your own actions. We beckon for you outside the door, yet you come not. Now, we must resort to pricking your sides, so as to spare you from your own faults.
We are all sick of your lies, Romans. We're all prepared to lay down our lives.
Yes, all except you. How hard is it, madam? How hard is it to look on as everyone you have ever loved wither away before you? If powers were curses, you would be the unluckiest of all. How many times have you prayed for death and it has never come? How often do you run a blade across your throat, hoping soon enough it will draw blood? Did you know the Hydra is immortal too? It grows old and reverts back to a larva. Truly fascinating. I pity you, Madam Hydra. It makes my task at hand much more difficult. Yet I carry on just as you do.
I'll kill you.
I wish I could you.
Now.
Are you all right?
Tell the brothers and the sisters to arm themselves. We end this now and claim our equality. With unity, we cannot fail.
Valerie, with all due respect, I don't think we should. All we've done so far is spell out speech after speech, riling these people up. And now you expect them to go head first into a war zone? Surely you've gone mad.
With unity, we cannot fail. Ye of little faith, I shall expound upon all of my promises. And I shall see Roman's grave be filled.
Hubris, the downfall of every great leader of man.
How do you feel? Does it hurt? You don't have to carry this burden alone. We took an oath to remain loyal to each other, for better or for worse. I don't know what's happened. Remember when you used to tell me everything? You would just go on and on about how excited you were to become an enforcer, to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. You would light up every time I called you a hero. You can still be that hero, Darwin. Whatever that horrible man said to you was all a lie because you were the strongest person I know. And you don't have to do any of it alone. I'll always be here for you if you just tell me what's wrong. Come back to me, Darwin, please.
I'm scared, Emily. I'm really scared.
There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And let fear consume you, then he has already won. You just need to remember to do what's right all your fears will vanish. I'll always be here to help you overcome everything you're afraid of. Bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's the acceptance of it. I love you.
Citizens of Santa Barbara, this is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system. Please, remain calm. At this time, all preternaturals are advised to stay under strict lockdown. Do not leave your homes. Do not make contact with anyone. Do not try to be heroes. If you are forcibly removed from your home, you are to submit to your captor. We only wish to keep the peace. All humans, if you or your loved ones are aware of the location of preternaturals, please notify the local Jacobin chapter. Let your voice be heard. Your assistance will be appreciated. If everyone abides by the guidelines established here, chaos will be maintained. Thank you, and may God be with you.
What's going on?
Fear is spreading.
Kid, we've got to do something. They've taken out almost half of our squadron, and they're about to bust up a Duranding gathering.
There's too many of them. We can't stop it.
We have a duty to protect those who can't protect themselves. They're just sitting ducks. We've got to do
There's
something.
nothing we can do! You said it yourself. The humans are God's chosen people. We can't do anything to fight against their will. And they only wish to see us suffer as much as possible.
Kid, you sound like me. But I finally understand what you were trying to tell me. Fear doesn't make a man. Man makes fear. We're all scared of something, and if we judge, we're only setting a double standard. We have to protect our own, while also making peace with our enemies.
There will be no peace! I will only be satisfied when I walk the streets riddled with the corpses of Ronan and his goons!
Darwin!
Amanda, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
It's all right, kid. No harm, no foul. Just get your head in the game. I know you can't really deal with death, but would you like to be an honorary enforcer? We can use all the help we can get.
It would be my honor.
Great. From now on, you shall be called Morphine. Welcome to the force, kid.
Thank God, detectives! They're destroying everything. My brothers, my sisters, they're all dying.
Oh, you're the Valerie Ambrose I've heard so much about. What you've been doing is a great thing.
I have no time for your admiration. Can you please just help me?
Show us where they are, ma'am. They won't lay another finger on one of ours.
Thank you. You three shall have my eternal gratitude.
Have you ever swung a punch before?
If I recall correctly, yes, I have. And I was quite good at it.
Great. You can be an honorary enforcer, too. From now on, you shall be called
Madam Hydra.
She comes prepared. Look at us. A ragtag squad of low-life mutants.
A bunch of heroes standing for what's right.
The last one standing. The bulwark between tranquility and Armageddon.
4 horsemen, arriving to signify the end.
Let's ride.
Hey, you wanna go? Y'all aren't allowed to. Do we say this? It's fine. Aren't allowed here.
Keep your faith, brethren. The end game is in sight. They shall see that revolution is futile and will abandon such foolish fancies. Remain steadfast and balance shall be restored. Mutants, surrender now and you shall be spared. Forgo your misguided visions of grandeur, and we would be unfit to execute you.
Not so fast, Ronan!
Look around you, detective. Your people have been defeated. Your fate has been sealed. Do not fight it any longer.
Fear doesn't make a man, Ronan. Man makes fear.
Loathsome toad, do you comprehend what you say? A man is only the sum of his fears. You are afraid. I can see it. Do not lie.
You don't scare me. Ugh!
Boo.
Don't leave me, no. I'm sorry, please. Please don't go. Just stay with me. Just stay with me.
Stay strong, darling. Please.
No.
Emily.
No. No! You'll pay for this. You'll pay for all of this. You and every last one of your pathetic underlings.
I have fulfilled my destiny. I have slain the gods and monsters of this earth, and prosperity shall soon follow. I have selected my successor, who will finish what I have started. I have one detective, and there is nothing you can do to prevent the inevitable.
Darwin?
No! Stop!
Stop. Don't do this.
What's the matter, Ronan? Are you scared?
Tate Telestein.
Darwin.
Don't seek justice. Seek vengeance.
I'm afraid we've lost him. What? Fear. He's no different than Ronan now. What do we do now? We regroup. Try to stop the kid from starting another war. Then we live in harmony the best we can. But that, of course, is a two-way street.
Do you really think that we can restore balance and true peace?
Not in the slightest. Now, come on. Let's go.
The mortal has subdued the gods. The day has been won. Yet the quarrel still continues to plod. This clash is not yet done. The end game has now left memory. The battle pointlessly wages. Gods and mortals
This is our playwright, Braydan Kirkland. So, I don't know if you caught it or not, but there were a lot of SAT words in there. Right? There were a lot of SAT words in there. But yeah, we're so proud of Braydan, and so it was really a great experience for us to be able to put on a play that was written by one of our students, classmates, and for them to be able to work with the writer. That was just a really great experience. Also, I did want you to know that we practiced fighting. We did some stage combat practice. We're going to work on it some more in the future, but nobody was really getting hit. I don't know if you could tell that from the back. But they had a lot of fun play fighting for the past little while. But anyway, you guys did a great job. We thank you so much. And we have a great light and sound team back there. And I want to thank Mr. This play had a lot of complicated light and sound and transitions and cues. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. No, just joking. But also I want to thank John Ellis for recording for us tonight. Thank you, John. Thank you. And again, I thank you all for coming tonight and for supporting the arts at Pierce County High School. And I've said it before last night, if you know any middle school students that can sing, dance, or act, even if they act up, it's okay. We take those too. Sometimes they're the best ones. We would love to have some rising ninth graders. So if you know somebody that's interested, please have them give us a call. You can email me, kjustice@Pierce, or speak with one of these students. Thank you guys for a great job. I appreciate y'all. Have a great night and a great summer.